Welcome, y'all. I hope y'all are doing great. So, I want to do a reading for Laci Peterson and her murder. I'm gonna just look at it kind of fresh. I've never done a reading on it, so I'm just gonna look at it, in light of the new her husband Scott Peterson getting his death penalty sentence overturned. I just want to look into her murder and see what I pick up on. So let's get it, guys. Spirit guides, guardian angels, please join me in your light. Keep me safe. Anything negative, anything that wishes me harm. Spirit, will you please show me with the tarot? Who killed Laci Peterson? Spirit guys, can you please show me with the tarot? Who killed? That was a horrible shuffle, guys. Let me get my drink moved. Well, who killed Laci Peterson? Who killed Laci Peterson? So we have the Sun card here. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Page of Cups in reverse comes up for us. Spirit, will you please show me, dang it. What was the motive for the murder of Laci Peterson? Spirit, can you please show me the 3 cards that represent the motive for the murder of Laci Peterson? So we have the 3 of Swords in reverse that popped out for us, the 9 of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Wands in upright. Okay. Spirit, will you please show me, is Laci Peterson's husband, Scott Peterson, was he guilty of murdering? Was he guilty of her murder? Did her husband, Scott Peterson, kill her? Did Laci Peterson's husband, Scott, kill her? Please show me the tarot. So we have the 2 of Wands in reverse here, the 6 of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. And is there any additional information, Spirit or Laci Peterson would like for us to know about her death and murder? Any additional information, Spirit, or that Laci wants us to know about her murder? Well, we have the 2 of Swords here, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And the 5 of Cups in reverse is on the bottom. Okay. Let me take this in. Take this all in real quick. Well, I'm going to rearrange a little bit so they're a little better. Accessible view. Okay, so the sun represents happiness. It says confidence. It's male energy as well. Inspiration and truth are all indicated here as well as confidence. This card also represents truth, as in truth coming to light, the sun shining on the truth and revealing it. This could be becoming aware of financial issues, becoming aware of a deception of some sort. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles next to it, which is in the reverse, which can represent someone that's cheap, or show a type of irresponsible gambler, someone making a risky investment. It could also indicate feeling stuck in your routine and bored with everything that surrounds you. It can also indicate that you have totally ignored aspects of your life, be that financial, personal, issues that are often neglected in favor of work matters, maybe. It could indicate being a driven and ambitious person who struggles to carry the weight of their responsibilities. It indicates taking bigger risk at this moment, um, needing to the need to change your way of living, as well as impulsive and risky purchases and wasting money, is all indicated with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Page of Cups that's in reverse as well. And the pages are all messengers. That could be getting some type of news. So this would be negative news, bad news, maybe. It's a very emotionally vulnerable person. It could be immaturity, escapism, as well as like emotional, financial issues or some type of illness, and being afraid to face the reality of it. It indicates finding issues hard to deal with, that could perhaps lead to abuse of drugs, alcohol, to escape struggling with self acceptance. It could be a partner who is shy and vulnerable and being in denial about things and the way things really are. Hmm. Okay, well, I'm going to go to the next question. Um, what was the motive? So we have the Four of. Oh, did I say three earlier? Because this is the Four of Swords. So it's the Four of Swords in reverse. And the upright, it indicates needing to rest, needing rest, relaxation, and to rejuvenate, taking time to sleep and sleep on something maybe. And in the reverse, it could indicate feeling restlessness. It indicates feeling that you have too many things and too many people depending on you. It could indicate a rejection from a pressuring lover, or not accepting support being offered. Um, it could indicate not having a choice in the matter, basically feeling unwelcome. It could also indicate pressuring someone or coming out of the period of rest. It could also indicate situations that are harder for you to handle, become a bit easier to handle. I think that she was asleep, really. I do think that. I think that while she was sleeping, it had. I think that's when she was killed, personally. And then the Nine of Cups in reverse shows unhappiness, lack of fulfillment, disappointment. This is a wish card, so this indicates not getting your wish. So I don't know, maybe they had like an argument the night prior to her disappearance, and when she was probably killed, the day that she was probably killed. They might have had a disagreement the night before and she was going to sleep on it, maybe. Because it seems to me, in the what I'm feeling is financial issues were going on. She had found out about them, maybe even found out about a past lover, but it seems like she could ask for money, or money could be gotten from somewhere, and he was pressuring her to do that, but she was refusing. She slept on it and was like, no. But it happened either during her sleep, or the argument happened, and then the next morning it continued. But she said, because she wasn't cool with it. And then because the Nine of Cups is not getting your wish not granted. There's also arrogance that is represented in this card, as well as snobbery, smugness. Um, it could also show desire to receive attention and recognition for something that you've achieved. Um, it can also indicate expectations not being met, not getting what you desired, as well as superficial relationships. And the Ace of Pentacles is, the Ace of Pentacles, I'm going to say that. The Ace of Wands here is a card of manifestation, willpower, desire, a spark of creativity. It can indicate a breakthrough moment in your life when you're motivated, inspired about a project or an idea. It also indicates in and into struggles and an inspiration in making money. Interesting. Seems like, huh, it's interesting. Well, not getting his wish, it sparked off the intensity and what happened, it seems. Maybe because there's water here, and in the next question, there's a Six of Swords in reverse, and Six of Swords is traveling over water. There's also water represented right here. I think that maybe they were gonna make up. Maybe she found out about the boat purchase, wasn't it? And they were gonna go and have a little bit of time together. Maybe she was supposed to come with him, or she did go with him. And then that's interesting. And she thought it was going to be some time for them to make up and reconcile. That's interesting. But instead, she was upset and not at all impressed, maybe. Not at all wooed by his attempts. That's interesting there. So, did he kill her? You know, we see here with the Two of Wands in reverse, the Two of Wands, it suggests the need to set long-term goals, and it indicates setting up your goals by identifying what is important to you. It indicates proceeding by planning how you intend to achieve your goals, basically. It could also suggest ignored fine points, you've ignored them, and associated with planning your future. So you've ignored some type of point associated with planning your future. That's a better way for me to say that sentence. It could show lack of proper planning, could be the reason for your downfall. Um, it could also, another interpretation could be overconfidence or lack of patience. Both are possible in bringing disarray in your path forward. This indicates failed romantic plans, lack of long term prospects and ideas, um, over analyzing and not taking action on plans, and lack of control is all indicated with the Two of Wands in reverse. So I'm going to say, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Um, he thought he was going to be able to maneuver this because, you know, Amber, Fry and him were supposedly together since the November. It was only a month, okay, their relationship. Similar to what Nicole Kessinger says, right? Actually, verbatim, she says he wasn't wearing a wedding ring. There was a few other sentences that were also verbatim. She didn't know that they were married, right? Um, he he lied to her about everything in that article. He lied to her about everything. Um, Nicole Kessinger said the same line the exact same way. There are very similar things that. So I guess she was trying to see how to appear innocent. Nicole Kessinger, maybe she wanted to take some tips from Amber, which, to be honest with you, I just don't think that I believe that she didn't know anything. I just don't. I really don't. I know that there was phone calls and she was super mad, but I just don't believe she didn't know everything. She didn't know nothing. That she thought Laci was dead. So that's just my opinion. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. She could be totally telling the truth there, but I just don't believe it. Mm-mm. I don't think she might have not had nothing to do with it, anything that happened, but I think that she knew, but she just didn't say nothing. The Six of Swords in reverse, it shows that you've been trying to move on and make the transitions you need. However, you're experiencing challenges making this a reality. Um, it could indicate continuing to return to the past, whether it's because there are issues that are not resolved or you're questioning your decisions. Um, it could also mean resisting transitions that life is giving you. You may feel that you're being forced into making moves before you wanted to, or you do not want to move at all. In this case, you should think about the benefit of the moves instead of the drawbacks. Um, it could indicate creating conflicts, self sabotage, being trapped, and avoiding dealing with um, finances or avoid dealing with realities and truths. Um, and then the Knight of Wands in reverse is frustrations and delays are indicated with the Knight of Wands, um, that make you feel angry that you are not getting anywhere. It can also translate to a loss of power. You may be trying to compensate for something that you don't have total control over. This might lead to pessimism and a loss of self esteem. It could indicate impatience, being in an unstable relationship and running from commitment. Um, Unreliable work or rushing through jobs is also shown here. Um, Wasting money and financial loss are also something that is indicated with the Knight of Wands in reverse. So, um, yeah, definitely. Seems like he trapped her into a situation where she had no control and couldn't control. He's a bitch boy. Men, if you want to leave your wife, grow a pair of balls that you obviously don't need to have to murder your wives and tell them like grown ups. And if you're worried about money, so worried about money, oh well, money ain't going to get you out of prison once you kill her. So maybe you should let her have half. and go on about your life so that you actually have one instead of trying to keep the money and keep um, the side chick that you wanted because you ain't gonna keep nothing. Okay, take a lesson from Scott Peterson, Chris Watts, and any other douchebag, mama's boy, can't open his mouth and say what they want, boy. Grow a pair of balls and stand up to your wife if you feel she's controlling you or you feel she's too independent or you're scared of your significant other's reaction. Grow a pair of balls because you're going to need some when you go to prison and Billy Bob wants to bend you over. So, men, be smarter. God. Ugh. Think with your head on your head. So, the last question was, is there what would Laci or Spirit like for me to know about her murder? So, the Two of Swords, it's a time. It's like trying to keep things balanced, basically. As you can see, the girl has the blindfold on, so it's being blinded or in denial or not seeing the truth. Um, it could indicate like trying to maintain balance and struggling to do so, or being caught in the middle of something, um, being stuck in limbo, or perhaps waiting on someone else's decision. The need to remain patient and avoid pressuring people is in making their decision abruptly is indicated here. The Two of Swords, it also depicts a warning to have caution. Um, like the woman in the car with the blindfold on, hoping the problem will just go away. You you should avoid evading any issues that you're facing since it will not solve your problems. It could be indicate choosing between lovers, choosing between family, work, and love, um, taking sides, as well as conflicts at work, avoiding financial decisions, and unclear about financial finances, basically being unclear, and in regards to it. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed here, which it deals with relationships, disputes between families. Um, it could also show a sudden end of a marriage that has been going strong for a long, long time. It could also show that you have hit a rough patch, but there's still hope for the relationship to get on track, you know. It could also point to the fact that some of your relationships have been great for short term fun, but lack substance to lead like lifelong commitment. So that would be also conflict between love and family or outside opinions on love, um, dissolving a company, debts, having an unstable career, family disputes over money, and financial losses. And then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which indicates that there's lack of teamwork and shows that people are working against each other and undermining a project along the way. There also seems to be some sort of competition between them. Each person is trying to display superiority. This could result in scarcity of resources. Too many people are viewing their project partners as competitors, basically. Um, it could indicate constant bickering, that hard and making it hard to get projects into completion, and maybe that you're finding that people are not listening to you and that you're not listening, nobody's listening to each other and everyone's working for themselves. This difference in motives and ambitions yields complications, you know. You can be the first to reach out and give a chance and be heard and considered if that would be the case, you know. Perhaps this project has a chance to move forward if that were to happen, right? So it could be conflicts in your practical life or not being a good teammate in your relationship. Stress and frustration um, amongst your, couples, and avoiding financial information, giving your financial information, or being truthful in finances. I really do think money played a huge, huge role in her death, but Scott is definitely guilty. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was probably a mixture of the affair and money. As we've seen, the cases are so similar. It's not coincidences. Coincidences are only similarities or commonalities or connections that you fail to see or you fail to acknowledge, basically. There's no such thing as coincidences. Um, to be honest with you, there's only a very, think of all the situations of murder. Aside from serial killers who have no purpose for their murder, there's only a good 4 or 5 handfuls of reasons that murder occurs, how some things lead to murder. And the top reason is money. You get an insurance policy on yourself. You'll find out if your partner loves you real quick because that's the main one, life insurance. Um, money is the biggest motivation for murder. It's probably the top, in my opinion. So, aside from serial killers who kill for lack of purpose, which doesn't make sense to me and will never make sense to me, um, murders with no motives are the strangest thing to me because there's always a motive, but motives that aren't clear or you can't understand or seemingly motiveless. Every murder has to have some type of motivating factor, and money and um, money and thinking with the wrong head and just being erratic and impulsive and just spending money like it ain't nothing, like it's water, making risky and foolish and erratic decisions. You know, it leads you to a path to nowhere. It leads you straight to hell in a handbasket. Men, don't murder your wives because you're cheating and you done gave the other woman a whole bunch of money, which is probably in both cases, because you can't sustain two lifestyles. Well, pick one and leave the other so it can still continue. You don't have to end their lives because your life ends too because you're going to go to jail because they always suspect the spouse. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to go to prison for the murder. You're not going to get your wish. Your wish will not be granted. You will not be free to drink amongst all the cups that are now available to you and all the abundance that is available to you. You'll be in jail enjoying 3 square meals a day and one before they, if you get the death penalty, one before they kill you. So, yeah, it ain't worth it. And they ain't worth it either. The grass ain't greener on the other side, it's just fertilized better. All right, y'all. Love y'all so much. Thank you